So now we reached the chapter Mouse Button Down. And what that signifies is that when we run our program, it's saying click here to get started. But when I click, it doesn't do anything, right? And what it should do is it should stop this intro screen and it should drop into the Pong game. So we got to program our code to do that. So how are we going to do that? Well, if we look here, you remember the for loop is what detects the input from the user, right? The for loop is detecting if we press the red button in the top left corner, and the for loop is also detecting if we press the up and down arrows to move the paddles around. So we're going to add to that, and we're going to add this to that. What is this doing? It's saying if the event type is equal to mouse game pie game down, mouse button down, or the key that's being pressed is the return key, right? Then do this. And one of this is to set intro equal to false, which means that when it comes back up into the top of the loop, it's going to stop the intro loop, which is going to continue the code, and the code that's sitting there waiting to be run is the game loop. So what this is adding this to our code is going to do is it's going to, let me go ahead and put this over here. Where's my for loop? Okay, so for loop is here. I am in my intro loop. So I come right here, I add to this if statement, and this if statement might look kind of weird to you, so I'm going to do that. So it looks like what we're accustomed to, and then this click is click underscore rect. Let's see, yeah. So then what's going to happen is it's going to come into the while loop. It's going to check the keystrokes, check if I press the red button, and then it's going to come here and check, did I click down on the screen, right? And there's a lot of different mouse events that you can use. Mouse down means the dude or the user clicked down on the mouse, right? There's also click, which means they click down and then they released. There is drag, where you like hold down and you move your mouse. So there's a lot of different ways to detect the mouse input, and this is one of them, mouse down. It means the user clicked down on the mouse. So if that happens, or if the key that was pressed is equal to the return key, right? Because they can also hit return to get the game going, and we detect that if that has happened, because this returns 0 if the return key was not pressed, and it returns a 1 if, I believe it's a 1. It returns a 1 if the return key was pressed. So this is going to be true if they press the return key. And we use or because either of those things can happen, right, in order to initiate this code. And what do we have here? Well, what I did is I blitted the click here text onto the screen, and then I burned it onto the screen, and then I waited. So I made the game wait for 1.5 seconds. So it's like I click, it's like click, and it's just going to wait there with the click here. So even if I click when the click here is not blitted to the screen, like let's say the click is there, you're running it, the click is blinking, and the click blinks off, and then I hit click, and then I hit return, or I press the mouse down, then it's going to make the click appear. It's going to wait, and then it's going to set intro equal to false, so that when it comes back on up here, intro is going to be equal to false, and it's going to start the game loop. So let's see if that works. So it's blinking, blinking. I'm going to click when the click is not blinking, and that's what happens. And then our game starts. Okay, so good luck with that.